Hello, this is Mr. Hornby83. I am here with my much anticipated top 20 guy movies. These are movies that you got done watching and you were filled with testosterone, or you seen that there was an alpha male character in the movie. That's why the movies I have picked today pretty much personify a gay movie. So, okay. There might be some people might disagree with. There might be some that, I thought about taking off of here, but anyway. So I'm gonna do 20 through 11, and then tomorrow night I will do 10 through 1. So let's get started with Casino. Now, why this movie is on here? Yes, it's mainly a mafia movie. Well, a casino, a mafia-run casino. But it is on here because Robert De Niro got married to Sharon Stone's character in this movie. I know it's supposed to be based on true events, but got married to her. He had to not only fight off some pimp that kept using his wife after he was married to her to take his money and that. He also had to fight off his best friend Joe Pesci, which was one of his best friends. And then, when they got to Vegas, everything went crazy with him. But he handles both people pretty well, especially freaking James Woods' character, the freaking trifling, scavenging pimp. And he handled the Joe Pesci situation pretty well as well. Alright, so that's why I feel, it is a mob movie. The main story doesn't focus about being an alpha male or anything. It focuses about a casino ran by the mob. Alright. Devil's Advocate. Keanu Reeves, pretty much, he gets to freaking mess around with Charlize Theron and possibly hook up with another chick that he works with in the thing. And, him and Al Pacino kind of have that little, even though we find out at the end, but, him and Al Pacino have that moment where they're kind of like fighting to see who's a bigger alpha and all that. Also, one of the ballsiest moves that they ever pulled in a movie is when Keanu Reeves shoots himself to stop the devil's plan from going through, because he wanted, his son and his daughter to mate and have a child so they could take over the world. He caused all kinds of problems with Keanu Reeves' wife in the movie. Bunch of other stuff that went on there. And he was also a womanizer. He got Keanu Reeves' mom pregnant with him, so yeah. She didn't know he was the devil until later on, but anyway. Alright, next up, Goodfellas. Now, what else can I say about Goodfellas? One of the top guy movies out there. Italian wise guys, well, except for Ray Liotta's character. He's kind of Jewish in that. But, yeah. There's a lot of alphaness in that movie. And, when you watch a movie like that, you gotta see. By the way, this is number 18. I ain't even had numbers. Alright, so let's move on from Goodfellas to The Longest Yard. Now, the reason why this is up at 17 is because it is a comedy. There is some drama and stuff in it, etc., etc. But it's mostly a comedy. But it's basically about a football game in jail and prison. In a football game about prison, and the whole storyline revolves about Adam Sandler, how he shaved points in an NFL game or whatnot and ruined his career and everything. And the sheriff does try to exploit that in this football game, but because of what happened to Chris Rock's character in that, and he didn't want to let all the other inmates down. Plus, he felt bad about about when he shaved the points in his NFL game, so that's why this is here. At number 17, because So next up is Carlito's Way. Now, this thing revolves around, Carlito Pregante, who was wrongfully, even though he was a criminal and all that, was wrongfully incarcerated because of a crooked, I guess it was district attorney. Crooked district attorney puts him in jail. But when he gets out of jail and that, he tries to do things the right way, but he also still has that side of him, that alpha side, that, if someone tries to mess with him or screw with him, he's going to hit back, he's going to fight back, and, he's going to show you who the true alpha is, even though at the end he got taken out by a low-level guy because he was so worried about, the situation with the mafia and all that. By the way, Carlito's Way is an awesome movie. I love it. It's a very good movie. But yeah, and it's kind of weird because I have quite a few Al Pacino movies on this list. Anyway, in fact, at number 15, Any Given Sunday. Come on now. It's not really NFL, but it is a pro football team. It's a movie about a pro football team, Jamie Foxx takes the spot of Dennis Quaid after he gets an injury, and, Al Pacino again shows his alphaness in this movie. And a lot of the other characters in this movie show their alphaness. So, even the women in this movie show their alphaness because, Cameron Diaz was in this movie. And she shows hers, too. But, this one probably should have been a little higher, but oh well. Alright, next up, Lionheart. This is also a movie starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's fighting to take care of his brother's, wife and daughter, even though he ends up hooking up with the wife at the end. And he ends up, I guess becoming a father figure to his niece, which is kind of weird, but, all the fighting, all the pride he had in himself as a fighter, and he showed everybody, hey, no matter what you think of me, I'm still the man. You ain't beating me in a fight cleanly. So, yeah. That's why this is on this list now. Like I said, some of these might be disagreeable, but Alright, Rocky franchise. Movie about a boxer. Come on now. Same with the football movies. It's a movie about a boxer. Boxers and football players and everything. They're filled with a ton of manliness. They're filled with a ton of testosterone. So, I don't know about football players these days, but back then, when some of this stuff came out, boxers still freaking show. So yeah, the Rocky franchise, at number 13. So number 12, Bloodsport. It's a competition. These guys are fighting because they feel like they're the best, they're the manliest, etc., etc., etc. And again, another Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Yeah, this is a really good movie too, and I can't wait till I do my Facebook Live DVD commentary of that movie, which I will be doing soon. All right, so real fast, I'm gonna do a checklist off of the movies I've already said. All right, Longest Yard, Carlito's Way. Then I'll finish this list out. Let's see. Oh yeah, that was number 12, Rocky franchise 13. So at number 11, Predator movie. Bunch of tough guys walking around the forest, big guns, machine guns, whatnot. And you can tell that movie has a lot of testosterone in it. Even if it is kind of a horror sci-fi movie, still you could tell the alphaness of the characters in that movie, especially Jesse Ventura's character, who, tells the freaking other guys they're a bunch of slack-jaw faggots because they didn't chew any of that tobacco. He's like, this stuff will put hair on your knuckles. Yeah, that's completely messed up. Then he talks about how it'll make him a sexual tyrannosaurus like he is. But anyway, Now, before I go, I had some honorable mentions set up, but I'll just do all the honorable mentions at the end of the list tomorrow. But there you go, 20 through 11. Do you agree with my list? Do you think I should have put something else on over top of one of the movies I already put on here? Let me know in the comments. Please like this video. Subscribe for more. Golly, I'm getting freaking out of the way. Follow me on my Facebook fan page, Mr. Hornsby83 Topics. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Hornsby83. And I'll catch you tomorrow for 10 through 1 of the top 10 guy movies. Catch you guys later. Peace out.